Hi, in this tutorial I'll show you how to use Excel to collect and manipulate data. Before you start using Excel, it's important that you go in and check that the separators is set up to the English standard. And the way you do that is that you go to Files, Options, click Advanced, and then you go down to this one, Use System Separators, and untick that one, because by default it's set to the Danish way of writing decimals. So what you need to do in here is change the decimal separator to a full stop, and you can set the thousand separator to a comma, and press OK. Now when you write numbers, it will use full stops as a decimal separator. You then move to your Google slide where you have your data. Then you mark the data you want. So in this case I want the entire table, so I press Ctrl C, go back to Excel and press Ctrl V. Check that all your numbers is right aligned. That means that they are on the right side of the cell. If I write in some text, for example, you can see it will be left aligned, but all numbers should be right aligned. If they're right aligned, you can use them for calculations. So what you should do up here was to calculate the mean value or the average value. The way you do that is by entering an equal sign. And you can see every time I write something, it both appears up here and down here. If I start writing average, then you can see it pops up here. This is the one I want, so I double click it, and then it says average and has this bracket. That means I can select the cells from where I want to calculate the average value. So I mark these 3 cells next to it and press enter. Then it has calculated the mean value over here. Since all of these are 30, it's not that huge a difference. So what you need to do now is to move your cursor until it becomes this black arrow, and then drag all the way down here. Then it takes the formula, the average calculation, and copy paste it all the way down here. So this one has calculated the average of these 3. What you need to be aware of is that these have quite a lot of decimals to it, and never use more decimals than you have in your raw data. So we need to remove some of all these decimals, and you can do that by clicking this icon up here. So this is how you do it. I will then suggest that you take a screenshot of your table and insert it in your Google slide.